All right, September 4th, it is Friday, end of the week, and we go into Labor Day with the wild market we have going on here. So the Dow Jones is down almost 600 today, finished minus 159, S&P minus 28, Nasdaq 144, small caps 5.58, VIX 2.85, 30.75 down 8.48%. Commodities, gold plus 3, 1940, silver 27.095, crude 39.50, actually down 4.52%. And there we have it. So, we've called this in our last few videos. Where's my mouse here? The UVXY, we'll start with this. It is the Ultra VIX short-term futures. The spike up in March, we've had spikes back and forth, nothing huge. June was, pretty good. Look at this right here. You draw your lines, you're connecting points. This is how technical analysis works. You have, diverging points here. Look at this. And eventually, 20 held, 19, and this exploded up. Yesterday, the high was 30.28, and today the high was 32.18. This is a bearish candle. It's like a shooting star. Could this be the top? Who knows? Possibly. We've crossed over on the daily. The weekly, we put in two good candles. This is still very oversold at 10. Could this come up more? Possibly. No one knows what's going to happen here. The daily, 4 hour. Actually, since no one knows what's going to go on exactly. I mean, you could predict this was going to happen. Eventually, it's going to break out. But from here, we could come down here, fade a little bit, bounce off these, and then shoot up higher. I think volatility is going to be here to stay. I don't think we're just going to go way back down. So, we'll see what happens here. So, and look at the volume here, 133 million. It crushes this volume back here. So, keep that on watch next week. The VIX. The VIX had that move up, huge, wedge down, breakout, another falling wedge down. See how the VIX held right here? Your like 22 line, held maybe a little lower, like 21. Then we exploded up to 38 today, and it came back. On this too, you have a crossover now. We're kind of oversold. The weekly is trying to come up here, get a cross, change the direction, another cross, and then even back here, see in March we went all the way up, and this got very elevated on stochastics. You move this down, you draw this line. That's breaking this line here. Maybe we're going to come up higher. Maybe volatility is going to come up higher. Who knows? Maybe we get back to 45. You have the election coming up September, October, November. It's going to be very volatile action. 4 hour, we're crossing down right here. You can see this. If this breaks down here, we could come all the way back to 20, will be 26 up. It's still elevated. So we'll see in that. The VIX, I believe, is going to stay up. So that's where we stand with the VIX. Let's look at the SPY. Now, you back in the SPY, and people are like, I'm watching CNBC, Josh Brown, and he's, there's no reason why we fell here. It's randomness. It was the dumbest thing I ever heard. And he's a CEO of Ritz Wealth Management, Ritz Holt, whatever it's called. He's smarter than me. He's doing that. But I'm saying it's not randomness. He didn't look at charts fully, or, he came on unprepared. You have 2012. Look at this trend line. The trend line goes all the way up. It touches here, 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 and here. So that's 8 years, 8.5 years of a trend line. So that's one reason. And the other reason it came back down was you have a rising wedge here. See, it's wide and it gets tighter. This was a melt up. They pushed it up, squeezed it up, and then it came down. Usually it'll fall right here on a rising wedge pattern. So he didn't go over technicals or anything. He doesn't have randomness, people taking profits. Yeah, of course, people up here are going to take profits. That's part of it too, probably. But you didn't put in technicals, and look at here, like the volume's dying. Eventually you're gonna have a decrease and a spike up in volatility. And another reason too, you had volatility was increasing when the SPY was increasing, and it was really getting elevated. Like, let's look at, you had right here, and this was before even the last 2 days move. Look how high it was on stochastics. It's almost like an 80, 90. So, you know, people in the media, everyone, no one's giving straight facts about anything. This is the world we live in. It's pretty incredible. So the SPY put in a huge tail, reversal came back. Now, on the other chart here, you can see all the moving averages. Now you get your 50-day down here. So is this over this move? Who knows? We could come back to 330. Yeah, we're crossing down now. Unless we just cross right back up that fast, I don't know. That's the biggest move since, you know, June, July. I still think we have further to go down. We'll see here. See in the weekly, we're so high up here. Yeah, we're at 100. Anytime we've been at 100, look what happened. Down, down. Yeah, I just think this might be a bigger move. I don't know. No one's playing it off as anything. Just, you know, oh, it just went down. It's time for things to go down. I don't know. If we come back up, you know, we're still going to probably hit that trend line. So there's more volatility ahead. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another move down. Nasdaq. And Nasdaq, look at this huge channel up. This touched right near the 50-day. Hammer candle up. Yeah, we'll see what this does. If this is a further move down on the weekly, that's a big, nasty candle. The 4-hour, yeah, it's trying to come off this. That's the 100-day. Now, we'll see here. That was just a temporary move. You know, could be, and then we're going back up again. Let's look at this 4-hour too. This 4-hour, really deep MACD bending. Weekly, the monthly, you know, we don't know for sure. Also, no, I saw that too. That was a cross. You know, it's a change direction, top of the pattern. DJI, you know, this got pretty close up to the previous all-time high. This is going down. This could come back down to the 50-day. You have your weekly. Here's your monthly. So, you know, we'll see what happens here. Volatility is going to remain elevated. You're going to have the election, all kinds of craziness in the market. The news-driven cycle we're in. So, you know, I expect volatility to stay elevated. And yeah, who knows? We could come all the way back down here. See on here, your stochastics. You know, we've come down pretty far before. In June, end of June was the lowest point since March. So, you know, we'll see what happens here. We have volume increasing. So we will see. All right, some moves today. PLM, polymet mining, was a great long right here. Draw your line. That's all you do, draw your line. Now, see this candle? You don't have to be exact. Just draw your line here. You know, we're at connection points. You can see it comes down to here. So right over 325, stack candle, 350, up to 625. Now, right on 350 here, see this back and forth? Nice little F. So these are great patterns to use. You know why? When this is over here, and then you have your 1320 EMA right here, look at this, 325, that's great support. So you have that 325 line and the converging moving averages. This one all the way up, that's a great gain. And then eventually it's faded. So that's your 5-minute. And look at your 10-minute. Beautiful move there. What was the news on that? I don't know, it doesn't really say anything here. But, and then VVPR. This could be the end of the move here. You have 1484, look at this. It's a shooting star wick. We've done this before a little bit. Look at the volume on the updates. This has been, you know, superstar all-time highs right now. So again, this one had to move to very subtle. You notice over 9 to 950. And then look at your support right here at 9. Excuse me. So 950 right here. And then look under here. Your moving average are starting that curl underneath. That is support. And you go up here, look where support is again, your 20 move. 20 right here on that hammer candle. So, you know, this is another great long move. And then 10 minutes, even better. So VVPR has been a rock star. NCMI, not a bad move. Sorry, I'm so dry here. Over 390 to 470. Very solid long. SRAX, this is coming after hours, probably news. LMPX, this is a recent IPO. Well, not that recent, but last year. And this is more choppy move. Like if you're in here, like yes, and then it came back down. Look where it came though. This green line is your today's open line, so they played that line. DPW, fader, then a bounce. KCAC, you know, this one very choppy. Long or short, just a mess of a chart. Sometimes after these moves, see like 1 day, 2 day moves, you know, they get very sloppy and they're going up, you know, high wicks. It's hard to determine. SHLO, this is what I called. I told everyone this gap will probably be filled, you know, 70, and it'll get close to 1. And that's what it did today. Yeah, when you see these charts, I've looked at these charts for like since 2006, and recently, probably the past like almost 3 years now. Yeah, you know, you can read these. You can read what they're going to do. The algorithms, like every move they make, like when a stock comes to say to 78 cents, you know, they'll bring it to 74, 75, so it won't hit your trigger your buy or whatever it is. You know what I mean? RETO, huge spike up. ADMP, quick pop to fade, and then it brought it long. PRPO, talked about this one too. Yeah, this is another triangle. 2's trying to hold here. It's a significant line in this stock. 2, you have here. If not, then it's going to be 150 line. Very oversold. This could spike. BIGC. You have a nice V pattern right here. 82 all the way up to 104. What a move on this. And this is done this. See this back here? Draw your line here. Broke out straight up. Now it's trying to find support, maybe a new base here. Here's Grupo Television. This is Latin television TV. Did a breakout. Here's Workhorse WKHS. You know, here's your line right here. This is your 15 line. I'm just trying to get up to that previous high there, Workhorse. CBAC is a former IPO right here about 5 days ago, a week ago. Huge move up, 45 to 85, then bounce back down. Yeah, it looks like it found support right here at 55. That's where that candle is. Sometimes it's just very simple. It's drawing your lines, and they all connect here. See that? Line and breakout. PDSB. Very oversold, trying to come back up here. TCON, PRPL. Purple Interactive. You know, set a drop from 26. Very oversold here, trying to get back up here. Lind, TLDT. There's Graph Industries. You know, this has been on the tear since August. Look where they brought the wick back. See this 1320 EMA? That's why I don't even have sometimes, all my other charts do, the 50-day, 200-day. On these like recent moves, that's all you really need is the 13 and 20. They always go back to them, and they run around them. Domino was a great short. See that? Shooting star down. All right, so today the movers again, some penny stocks mixed with a lot of higher price. They get like 15, 22, 11, 62, 40. So it's like half and half. Then you have 71 cents to 68 dollar. Top movers like 48.7. That's been the weakest I've seen probably this whole summer. But you don't need, like I said, you don't need a huge move, on gainers, because UVXY volatility. Okay, you played this. You played this to like 27.50 to 32. It's like a $5 move. So you don't need necessarily big gainers in Pennyland. And that's what I'm going to show right now. Let's look at the bearish ETFs, STL. These are buried. When the market's going up, this was at like 95, and then look, this faded all the way to like 17. Sometimes they'll do a reverse split because they get too low. So, 17.25 here, breakout all the way to 18.50. They're nice over dollar moves on these stocks with these ETFs. SQQQ, which is bearish, the Nasdaq, which, look where this went. 160, they do a reverse split. This is going to go to 0. This is a massive falling wedge. It came out. Look at the volume here, 214 million. And this broke all the way down, then shot right up over $4 gain. So tremendous gain there. TZA. There's another one, dropped 15.50 all the way to 17.75. It's a straight up momentum. This is another one here. I have a line here. This is the Fibonacci retracement. This has been buried and it's breaking up now. So we're getting some volatility. These will go down so far because the market's just too strong. They're bearish. It's good when the market is going down or a lot of volatility maybe, but the market's been too strong. So here's FAS Financial ETF. This is another one that's tried to break back in July and came all the way back down again. And this has been on downward path down today. Broke up, very nice, very nice. Stocks, the semis have been on fire. Look at this, 40.50 to 46.50. It's like a $6 move. You catch these. No one's looking at these because everyone's used to trading small caps. They don't understand these. When the market's down, jump to one of these ETFs. Strongly down. The market the last 2 days have been crazy. So you're going to get great range on this. LABD is bio, 72 to 84. SCO, this is bearish crude. And, crude's been battling. And you can take these lines out. Now you can see the lines here. Right here's your 20, 13 EMA. Look at this. And then I have the Fibonacci retracement right now to the low, like 15. So this is another descending triangle. The high is getting lower and the low is holding here and it's breaking up. So this has been a good move. Right here, 16, 16.25. Not a bad gain, over near $1, almost 75 cents. URY is inverse energy. And this has been creeping up steadily. 60 is big on this. Go all the way back till 2019. This never really breaks 60. And then March, it broke the 350 plus 400. So there's that. On the bullish side, nail, it's really coming down now. Home builders, you're going to get your chance to get in. This was as high as 56 down to 44. Look at that stochastic. This goes under 20, 30, it's going to be a great buy. And if the market goes even lower, it's even better. DIN, DIN is, there's some 2 shooting star candles. This is holding well. This didn't even crack down that far. Look at this on stochastics. It's still overbought. Defend, this does nothing. I have algos. They keep saying it's going to 21. If you see me put on them stock splits, this is like a big head, and these are shoulders, and it's not doing that. It's just stuck. And then your closest move here would be maybe 14. You can't get over this like 14 area. Really held well today. Your trend line's slowly going up here. So, if this goes down 11, probably 11.50, maybe the lowest point. This was a $75 ETF, and it's still, this is way buried down here. It's not even touching the 23.6 fib. So this is a great long. If you want to hold this a few years, it'll probably be back 40. I don't know when it'll be back all the way up there. Who knows? But this will be a great buy because, aerospace defense, China threatening Taiwan, all kinds of stuff in the world going on. This is tremendous buy down here. See here, low. It just won't move up to this 23. Now this follows VA, Boeing. Boeing's made one move, two moves. That was near 230, and it came all the way back down 170. So you have a trend line 1, 2, 3. Looks like this will be 4, and that'll be right near the 165 line. The stochastics are in between. You draw this down, it looks like it's going to bounce and go lower. So if we get good news, this will spike right up. So it's hard to determine short term where this is going. If this breaks a trend line, it's held. We will see on that. So you have UDOW. This is on the Dow Jones. You can see right here, two big candles. We'll see where this goes here. That's further downside. SPXL. Two candles here. TQQQ. You can see this from February. There's your one connection. There's another connection in March. And this is put in two big candles. This tried to find the bottom, came back up. Here's your volume right here. It's spiking up. Now we'll see how far this goes. This came back in your August and July stochastics. This has more room to the downside. I'm still looking at that 130. That would be the trend line, really great connection point. We'll see if we get down to 130. TNA. This is small caps. Got not really that close to the 50% retracement. So small caps are coming back. This line's got a hold here. That's a pretty important line. TNA, FAS. FAS is trying to hold that line. Soxel. Look at semis. Semis are almost all the way back to the all-time high. These are really big candles. This is held. See this 50? That's like your neutral line in stochastics. It could come right through there. It's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If this holds here, 240 is important. We might go break that trend line. LABU. This is kind of a different pattern. This was all the way up. And then look at this. We're like staggering down. The lows and the highs keep getting lower. This is really, it's like a jaggedy chart. Tougher to read. Gold's been not doing much, even with this downtrend. Right here you got a triangle, but sort of jaggedy, up and down, tough to read. You want this to hold right here, about 85 on Nougat. JNUG, you want probably 130 to hold on them. There's UCO. This is ultra crude, and this is definitely getting oversold here. Didn't break this ascending triangle, and it's fading now. So That's something to look at. USL, US oil funds, that's dipping down too. BRX is energy. Yeah, energy's been struggling. You can't go over that 40 mark you had here back in June. Then here's a falling wedge breakout. This isn't a clean breakout. Here, here. Then it's just like going back and forth here. It's very tough to read. And even on these moves here, like, oh, fade it down, you're not getting much range on that. That's 13 to, well, 13 to 16 is not bad, but very tough to read on these. So, all right, on the other news, I think the cruise lines got good news that they can set sail soon. Yeah, to resume operations. Let me see here. Cruises can begin sailing September 6th. I don't know if that's for all of them, but so, you know, they were up today. They're getting oversold a little bit. So there's KCAC, RCL, CCL, and NCLH. They're all, you know, pretty high up here. So airlines, you know, airlines, you know, on your retracement level, we got to 61.8. Now we're way back. So just trying to get back to that 38.2. I think they said there was increased airlines, you know, movement, which they reported that more people are flying, so that's helping. Southwest, Alaska Airlines. And these are moving slowly up here, grinding up. Casinos, you have Wynn. Trying to get back to this 90. LBS, 51. So there we have it on that. And some other stuff. Sava. Yeah, this is oversold again. It's going back and forth. This is taking longer. I thought this would move up, but eventually I think it will, but it's not doing anything. Missed. This is fading down. This got close to filling the gap. That's all you need, something to get close. So that really did its job. And there's a gap up. It's on missed. Recent runners. Go-Go. Yeah, Go-Go grinded up today. So still pretty strong. Court. Yeah, Court held its ground, came back. Yeah, back and forth move here, very grindy. And NOX, former IPO. It's a nice little V. These are great to play either short or you just wait. You draw your line. And then, you know, this broke out right here, 32, 37. It's a nice long, short and long. There's your trend line on this. Recent IPOs. So, you know, there we have it for today. You know, the market's very volatile. Volatility's up. You know, you're getting good action. Small caps are pretty much dead. You're getting, you know, a few stocks here and there, not like before. It's moved to, you know, your ETFs, right, mid and large, are gaining more traction at this point. The last, what I say, few weeks now. So that's where we stand. So we'll see what Tuesday brings. It's a long holiday weekend, and we'll see what happens here. So I think volatility is going to remain up. And, you know, looking at the SPY again, you know, is this the bottom right now? You know, we're turning down. See this here? I stochastics these lines. Here's your trend line. One, you know, this didn't really touch, but two, three, it broke it. You knew it was going to break it. And then there's your volume increasing from your line here, from here to June. So you have increasing volume, increasing volatility. So You know, if we go down further, you know, 330, the 50-day, whatever, 50-day, there's your 50-day, which is about 330. And then right here, you have 323. I would look for, that's the previous move in June. Yeah, you have your moves down here, maybe this to 325 around. Yeah, 50-day, we'll see if that's good support. We'll see if we continue lower here. We're trending down on stochastics. Unless this curves right up next week. If we get a full flush below, you know, 30-20, maybe like that in June. It didn't really touch June. It hasn't touched since March. So, yeah, usually 50 is that center point. So we'll see what happens. Next week's going to determine. If we put in a green candle here and we start going like this, and we go back up, I guess. So we, you know, break that again. And on the weekly, yeah, that's why this trend line is huge from 2012. So, and then you have right here, you have 100 stochastics. It's not going to stay at 100. Every time it's done this, you know, since the stock market last 20 years, yeah, you can see right here. So right here, draw your line. Go back to 2018. Move here, then we went down. Here we went down 2019. There's March. So is this maybe something bigger is going to happen? It's too early to say right now. We might just come a little bit down and stay up. You know, it's very, very tough to say. Or we could have sort of, maybe not a huge move down, but if we do another, let's see where we're at now, 342 times 10%. Before we can come there, 10% brings it, like I said, 308. Remember I said 300? And on the weekly, where is that? Right between 305 and 310. That'll be a nice pullback, a healthy pullback. So, all right, we'll see. Everyone stay safe. Have a good Labor Day weekend. And we are out. Please subscribe and like the channel. Feel free to comment, too, on the channel. I like to interact with everyone. And that is it. Peace.